By now, everybody have heard this phrase, happy life, happy wife. But let me tell you all something else. Happy spouse, happy house. So my husband went by my brother-in-law to help him install a door. The evening my husband came back home, all he was talking about is the food that my sister cooked. Barbecue lamb and mashed potato. And he said she even garnished it with some grapes. Now we spoke about it the afternoon. The other day he was talking about it. The other day he was still talking about it. Fast forward to when we went to the grocery. While we were at the grocery, I realized that the meat lane he stopped and he picked up a pack of lamb chops and he put it back. Now he didn't need to tell me anything after that. As a matter of fact, I was already thinking to do some lamb for him. So I went, I picked up the lamb chops and I didn't stop there. I picked up lamb shoulders and also he had nothing to complain about. I got home and I made sure and take out the lamb, soak it in some lime water first, and then I made myself some fresh seasoning. I placed that fresh seasoning in a pot with some water, add some salt to it and add some cinnamon powder and brought it up to a boil. Make sure I cook it for about half an hour to get it soft, tender, and really tasty. Because remember, during that time, it would absorb all the seasoning and it took real self-control not to eat out the man lamb there and then. So once I took that out of the water, I set a small bowl aside of the sauce and I set my meat aside. Now it's time for us to deal with the potato because remember, he wants potato. But if you know anything about this house, you would know that I don't like potato. But my husband wanted it, so bet all the money I have, I'm going to make it. So I placed also a pot of water up to put up macaroni so that my children and I could eat. And then was time to take down our potatoes. Now I test the potato by putting a fork through it and you would realize that it disintegrated. So you know it's time to drain out that potato and time to mash it. So into a big container, you don't want to use a small one like mine. You see what I had to do? I had to change it. So into a big container, you're going to mash them potatoes, put in some salt, some butter, and some milk. The milk really helps the potato to get fluffy and nice. And if I had some extra virgin olive oil, I was going in there with it. But I didn't have it, so I couldn't put it. And I also put some garlic powder and I mixed it up really, really, really nice and good. Now, to my amazement, I must tell you all, my children ate this mashed potato. You hear what I said? They ate it. So now that we have finished making that mashed potato, I'm just going to put a nice little garnish on top of it with some dry parsley. And we're going to set that. Look at that. Look at that. It tastes even better than it looks. So now it's time for us to take that macaroni down. So we're going to strain it and place it in a basin. And now it's time we're going to season it up. So I'm going to put some butter in it. I'm also going to add some American cheese. I don't know why I got this taste for this American cheese, but y'all, I am stuck. Normally Trini cheese will say tastes the best, but y'all, this American cheese, give credit where credit is due. I like it. So I put some onion powder, I put some garlic powder. What else I place in there? Well, I always cook with love, so we put some of that in there. It have that endless there. Then I mix it up together and I put some salt and some black pepper. And that was it for me right there. Simple and sweet. We ain't getting all complicated at all. So we place it over in a nice little bowl, you know, just to make it look nice for presentation purposes. And we're going to set that aside. Now look at close-up of it. Nice and creamy, and we're going to use 5 slices of cheese. Now we're going to make some barbecue sauce, and I'm not going to do anything quite complex. I'm adding some barbecue sauce from the pack. I'm using the sauce that we used to boil the lamb, some of that, putting in sugar and some pineapple juice, and I think I added some ketchup as well. Now I mixed that really well, and the sugar wasn't dissolving, probably because the barbecue sauce was still cold, so I decided to put it on the fire, because normally I don't make a fuss. You can make it on the fire, you can make it off the fire, whatever rocks your boat. And I'm putting in a bit of bay leaf infused water inside there. And now it's time I'm gonna coat my lamb with that sauce, that very tasty sauce. And you all know what I'm going to do now? Yes, it's that. I'm going to put it on the open flames. You all remember I did my chicken so before and I told you all it was good? Well, I decided to do it again. But while I was doing it, I realized I needed a longer fork or something, so I placed it back on the grill, left it looking like this. But don't worry, As long as you clean it, as soon as you do it, you have no problems. And that is exactly what I did. So this brings us to the end of my cooking journey. Now let me tell you all. I played the man food and I carried for him. Now I can tell you all two things. One, I know I have to make this food over and over and over again for him because he told me that. And two, no, I can't tell you all number two because my sister does look at my videos and I love my sister too much. So I hope you enjoyed my video. God bless you. Love you. Bye.